Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Travel with Terri podcast. I'm Lisa Smith, the producer.
And I'm Terri Guthrie, your host. And I can't wait to share my latest travel experience with you.
Welcome, everyone. Today, Terri is taking us to New Orleans to tell us about a very special historic hotel that she stayed in, her and Ron stayed in, and she did an interview as well. So you're going to hear that in a few minutes. But first, I wanted to touch base with Terri to see how she's doing because I believe she is going back that way in a little bit, in a few weeks, but more on the Mississippi side. But she had a good time in New Orleans from what I've heard. And I think we're going to be doing a whole other podcast just on New Orleans, right, Terri? Welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, Lisa, I cannot wait to tell everyone about New Orleans. I love that city. It's so much fun. It's a city I've been going to all my life. It's just a couple of hours of where I'm from in southern Mississippi. And it's just very special to me. And I even have furniture in my house from New Orleans. And I loved being there. It was just a kind of a blast from the past. And I always enjoy my visits to New Orleans. I know everyone does because it has everything you're looking for as far as culture and great food and great music. And of course, fantastic hotels like we're going to talk about today.
So everyone, stay tuned for the next episode. We are here every second Tuesday, and you'll get the full scoop on New Orleans. But first, give us just a little, rundown of what we can expect now with this special interview that you did right on site at the hotel.
Yes. Well, today we're stepping inside of one of the most iconic hotels in America, and it's one of my favorite hotels in the world. It's the Roosevelt, New Orleans, and it's a Waldorf Astoria Hotel. And if you've ever walked through its doors, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's really where the magic begins. It's that legendary one city block long lobby. It's incredible. They have the marble floors, soaring columns, glittering chandeliers. This has all been since 1893, and the luxurious Roosevelt has been the crown jewel of the Crescent City. And I am just crazy about this hotel.
Well, everyone stay tuned because we're going to hear Terri's interview with Les Patin, who is the marketing manager for the Roosevelt. So stay tuned for that. Enjoy, and we'll be back again in a couple weeks.
So today I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana, one of my favorite cities in the world, and I'm getting to experience a New Orleans icon. I'm here at the Roosevelt, New Orleans, and this is a Waldorf Astoria Hotel, and it showcases over 133 years of grandeur. I'm telling you, this place is iconic. It has both just it's an elegant time capsule and also just an architectural marvel. I'm telling you, this place is beautiful. And with me today as my guest is the Roosevelt marketing manager, Les Patin. And welcome, Les. I'm so glad to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here today.
Well, I am too. I can't tell you. I have looked so forward to being here. Again, as I told you, I've been here once, and so I knew what I was getting into. And so I know that this place is so historical. So can you give me a little bit of the backstory of the Roosevelt?
Sure. I mean, it's 133 years, as you said, so there is a lot of history that goes into it. But it was founded in 1893 by Louis Grunewald, and it was originally the Grunewald Hotel. In 1923, I believe, it was purchased by the Vaccaro brothers, and they changed the name to the Roosevelt Hotel to honor Teddy Roosevelt, because Teddy had just finished the Panama Canal and it was bringing more business to New Orleans. And so the hotel has gone through so many changes throughout the years, as we just discussed off the air a while ago. But Huey Long, the famous Louisiana governor, he held court here on the 12th floor of the hotel. He ran Louisiana politics from this place. And he loved the Sazerac Bar. His favorite drink was the Ramos Gin Fizz. And the Ramos Gin Fizz is, we have the original recipe, if I'm not mistaken, and it's still served in the bar today, one of our popular drinks. And Huey loved it so much that one time he went to New York and he was at the New Yorker hotel and they weren't making the Ramos Gin Fizz right. So he flew our bartender from New Orleans to New York to teach them how to make it properly.
Okay. He is serious about his cocktail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we, in New Orleans, we take cocktails very seriously.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes. And y'all have some of the best cocktails. And I'm excited I'm going to have to try that one, actually.
It's kind of
iconic.
It is. And it's very refreshing. And it's got the foam at the top. They use the egg whites. It's fantastic. Highly recommend.
It sounds beautiful as well. Well, I also want to ask you about the lobby because this is hands down one of the most beautiful lobbies of any hotel I have been to in the world. It is one of those that when you walk in, your jaw drops with all those chandeliers and that whole Art Deco look. I don't know. Tell me about it.
Sure. It's really something to behold. And it's gone through a lot of iterations throughout the years. But in 2009, I believe it was when the hotel reopened as the Roosevelt. And before that reopening, they went through and did a full restoration of the lobby to make it look like the original lobby. And they got it as close as possible with as much of the original work as possible. So a lot of what you're seeing out there is original to the hotel.
Yes.
And you just can't beat the influence of the Art Deco, the Beaux-Arts style. All of those things kind of came in and influenced this the grand lobby, and it's a block long, so it's really something to see.
Well, no wonder it looks so big. I didn't know it was that long. Wow.
Yes, from Roosevelt Way all the way to Barone Street, the lobby goes all the way through.
My gosh! Well, that is a claim to fame right there. That's very cool. Well, I have to tell you that I have not been at this hotel in December, but I have seen your decorations and. Of course, I grew up in southern Mississippi, and I have so many friends from Jackson all the way down to the coast that come here a lot. And I see their pictures. Yes, Miss Stacy Mangum. I saw her pictures, and they came down here for a ballet or something, and then came here to, I don't know what they did, actually, if they were staying here or just came here to eat or what. But I'm telling you, it is just magical, isn't it?
It's something. And we always go over the top. It's 112,000 twinkling lights that are wrapped around birch trees. And then they're hung with, I think we have 4,000 glass ornaments throughout the lobby.
Oh, mercy.
There are 42 Christmas trees. And it's really a spectacle. And everybody, really loves to come and get in the holiday spirit here. It's hard not to.
Yeah.
Every morning, just walking through the lobby, even just working here, it's hard not to get the spirit of Christmas when you walk through the lobby.
What a beautiful place to work. My goodness. You're so
lucky.
Fortunate. Well, you can come here to eat. And there's a lot of things you can do here, but really the main thing, the thing that you must experience is actually spending the night here.
Right.
And they have so many beautiful rooms and suites. I have to tell you, I love mine. It's beautiful. It's spacious. It's just very tastefully decorated with very warm, rich colors and decor. But yet you have all the contemporary amenities.
Right. Yeah, we have, they've done a great job of keeping it as modern as possible. Some of the windows are still original, but you have an espresso maker in the front top drawer. I don't know if you saw it yet under the TV, but
yes, I have.
my favorite feature.
Yeah.
Also, I know the showers are just one of my favorite parts with the multiple shower heads. And the beds. The beds are, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Waldorf mattress that's made specifically for Waldorf. It is one of the best night's sleeps you will ever get.
The best of the best. And I'm already thinking I'm going to leave my draperies open because from my bed, I have a beautiful view of downtown.
Oh, yeah.
And tonight, I can't wait to see all the city lights. And I think that's so beautiful and very romantic.
Yeah. Yes. And hopefully you'll be able to catch some of the sunset over the river. I don't know if you'll have that view, but it's absolutely stunning.
Hey, I know where I can go to see it, which we're going to talk about in just a second. So dining and drinks.
Yes.
Y'all have so much here. I was so surprised at all the different things. We're in the Fountain Lounge right now. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, we're actually in the Roosevelt Hotel as we're talking. And so tell us, we can talk about the Fountain Lounge first, since that's where we are, and then the Sazerac Bar.
Yeah, so the Fountain Lounge is our restaurant here on property, and they serve a a wonderful array of seafood and a lot of kind of American and usually French inspired food. Our chef Joe Turley is the over the restaurant here, and he came from another popular restaurant called Café des Gars, which is a French restaurant here in the city, and he does a fantastic job of creating new things that are always exciting here. And I haven't seen the menu recently, so I know they just changed it, so I can't really speak to
Well,
it.
I heard it's a very sophisticated menu and also some very innovative cocktails here.
Absolutely. Now,
So-
they are always working on the cocktails. The cocktail menu here is a bit different from the cocktail menu that you'll see in the Sazerac Bar, and that's always very exciting as well.
Well, that's fun. So
Yes.
you can go bar hopping right here in the
Absolutely. You
hotel.
don't even have to leave. And
Yeah.
you can get all kinds of, and there's cocktails on the pool bar
Oh,
as well
yeah.
that are different. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see, you can totally do that. So I hear that the Sazerac Bar is actually a restored landmark.
Yes. The Sazerac Bar actually, I believe, is older than the Roosevelt itself. It
Oh.
existed in the French Quarter, if I'm not mistaken, before we purchased the rights in, I think, the 1920s, and it was moved into what is now the gift shop. And then in 1938, they moved it to where it is now. And it was in 1938, we purchased the rights to the name, and it was in what is now the gift shop. And then in 1949, it was moved to where it is now.
Oh, okay.
And in 1949, to celebrate, GM at the time, Seymour Weiss, he invited the ladies from across the street at the Godshaws to storm the bar, because the bar used to be a men's only bar.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, it does. Yeah.
and ladies were only allowed in during Mardi Gras. Well, he actually had them come and they stormed the bar, demanding equality and a stiff drink. And that has been known as Storming of the Sazerac, and it's still celebrated every year on the date of Storming of the Sazerac.
What a scandal.
Absolutely. And we actually have some wonderful photos of the original stormers, but
Oh, that's what they're called, the stormers?
yes.
That's funny.
And they stormed the bar, and then from then on, it broke the tradition, and ladies were then allowed into the bar, which was a fantastic story. And so every year we have a ladies' luncheon, and the ladies dress in 1940s attire.
You're kidding.
No,
Okay, I've got to come back for
you
this.
should.
I would
We'll
love
have to
this.
talk, because it's fantastic. And then they have a
It's
costume
fabulous.
contest and a luncheon, and then they do a ceremonial storming, which is actually a second line from the historic Blue Room down the lobby into the bar once again, and they storm it again. And
Wow.
it's fantastic.
Okay. I would fly from Dallas, Texas to come to that for sure. That sounds like so much fun.
We have, as it's grown over the past few years, we have started to have people actually fly in for the event.
Oh, I
So
can imagine.
It's a fantastic time. So.
Well, and it's so unique. I
Yes,
just never
yes.
heard of anything like it. Well, tell me about Teddy's Cafe. I'm guessing this
Absolutely.
is named after Teddy Roosevelt.
It is named after Teddy Roosevelt, and it is our signature coffee shop. And it is, I guess we're just going through some changes soon, but that we're very excited about. But Teddy's Cafe is our cafe with grab and go, and we have our pastries from Chef Karina Dennis. Now, these pastries are absolutely unbelievable. If you haven't tried any yet, please do. They're seasonal. So
Seasonal.
she changes them out per season, but you get anything from, sometimes there's like a cookie dough cinnamon roll, to she'll do lemon thyme sweet tea cakes, and she'll really lean into whatever the flavors are of the season to build out the rest of the menu. And it's always just absolutely mind-blowingly good. My favorite is during the spring, because she does a pistachio croissant with a pistachio cream.
Oh, wow.
And it is absolutely
that sounds
incredible.
divine.
So
I don't know how you stay so slim. Oh, my
I
God.
stay out of Teddy's.
That is a special treat. And I understand that they have the classic Waldorf Astoria red velvet cake.
Yes. And she'll actually, our pastry chef actually will do variations of it. And our favorite is during Mardi Gras. Every year it's become quite a hit in the city. She does a red velvet king cake. And
I haven't heard of that. That's unique.
This past year sold out every day on orders, except for, I think, 5 days. And that was running for almost 2 months.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I love red velvet cake.
absolutely incredible. The dough is very similar to like a king cake dough, but it's in the red velvet style. And she bakes the chocolate chips into it and then the cream cheese frosting, and then she dusts it with some gold.
Wow. So this is very much a fusion of New Orleans traditions and the Roosevelt having its special touch.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, very special. Okay, and then you have Dominica.
Is actually a partner. They use this space, but they're actually not part of the hotel. They are a fantastic partner. They're part of the BHG Hospitality Group, which, and it is very classic pizzas, but it is absolutely incredible. The meatballs are divine, and they do a lot of traditional, but also some modern pizza, and it's one of the best pizza places in New Orleans, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
Okay. Ron Guthrie will be headed there. He loves a good pizza. So, and then there's the rooftop bar and pool area. I cannot wait to go. I'm doing that next, actually.
Oh, please do. It's absolutely incredible. We just finished the rooftop deck. We redid it last year. And this year, it's all new furniture. So we've got new umbrellas, new pool chairs, new cabanas up there. And
nice.
It is absolutely stunning. And there is an entirely different menu up there, because what our chefs did is they wanted to create something that would work with the heat in New Orleans, right? Because it's so hot. So they have I think it's like an aguachile ceviche and a lot of cool items to help you cool down. They do pass around complimentary, sometimes like frozen fruits and cold towels as well if you're not in the pool.
Yeah.
So you can kind of cool off a little bit. And then the cocktails are, of course, an entirely different type of cocktail up there. It's a lot of frozen drinks and things that they used to serve something in a coconut. I don't know if they still do. I hope so. But it's all geared towards helping you cool off in one of the hottest places in the United States.
Right, right. Well, that is very smart. But, I know that it may be something for guests to, if they're from out of state or especially the North, or something to get used to. But
yes,
you know what? If we grew up in it like you and I did,
right.
it's just
normal.
I know. I used to say in Mississippi when we had out of town visitors, they always were talking about the humidity.
Yes.
And I, honest to Pete, did not know what they were talking about, because this is what it was. That's all I knew,
right.
So I have to say Dallas is a little drier. So I do notice it a little bit more, but it feels good to me because it just feels like home. So I love it. And then also I was going to talk to you about the spa, because I know that the Waldorf Astoria Spa is just legendary.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that, because I know they have a lot of things, but do you just have the basics? Like my favorites, like facial, body massages. Yeah.
We absolutely have facials and massages. They have, I think, our signature facial is the diamond well linen facial. They have different types of massages, some that infuse things like CBD oil to help you relax. And but one thing that we've been working on is the team's been working to try to help people find balance. Because when you're in New Orleans, a lot of times you're eating, you're walking out in the heat, and you're having cocktails. So you're coming back to the hotel tired, maybe a little bloated, and maybe with a hangover. You never know.
Might need a little.
Exactly. So Spa actually has what we call our recovery and contrast therapy suites. And the contrast therapy suite is our saunas and a cold plunge, and it's all in one room, so you can do the contrast back and forth.
Have you done that?
I've not. No, I'm not. I'm scared, actually.
I'm scared of it too. I want to, but I'm kind of scared. That cold thing gets me.
It gets me too. It gets me too. But I hear it feels really invigorating, and you can definitely, sweat anything out that you need to. And then the recovery lounge is anti-gravity chairs.
Wow.
And so I have been on one of those, and I did fall asleep almost immediately. But it reclines you in anti-gravity, and you feel like you're suspended, and you have earphones on that kind of put you in kind of like a very meditative state. And they have all these complements like Therabody, the leg compression, or a mask, an infrared mask, and you can just relax and drift off. And it's fantastic for recovery.
So this is definitely a romantic place to come, but I'm also thinking about a fun girls trip.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. We have 125 suites, and Our suites are all so different. I was actually just with our front desk manager and our photographer yesterday because we were trying to get photos of all the different suites because they're all arranged so differently.
Right.
And
not a cookie cutter.
Not at all. And that's just, when it comes to 130 years, you're dealing with that architecture.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
It's exciting, really.
Yeah. It demands to be unique.
Yes.
In its own way. Everything it's its own thing. So I love that because you don't even know what you're going to get.
That's right. You
know it's going to be great. It's going to be really special, but it's going to be a little bit different from room to room. So I love that. And also, I was just thinking about with the spa, it just is a great way to just melt away the stress, like you were talking about, and a great way to just reinvigorate the body, the mind, the soul.
Absolutely,
that's the place to go.
It is, and I would claim that we probably have the best massages in the city. I've heard nothing but rave reviews from anybody.
I think I better go ahead and make my reservation. I'm sure they're very much in demand. And then let's just discuss about the concierge service because I know this is a signature service that y'all take very seriously. And as a guest here at the Roosevelt, you'll experience just the true Waldorf service, which is an extension of the legendary personal service principles that were first born at the flagship Waldorf Astoria in New York. And that was back in 1930. So this has been an ongoing tradition for a long time. Ongoing
tradition, yes. And we are holding that true. We have our concierge team here, and then we have our personal concierge. And both are here to make your stay special. And our teams work very hard to make sure that if you're celebrating something, we're celebrating with you. That's what we're here for, and that's what we're here to do. And that's part of also just being a historic hotel in New Orleans. That's what it's about, right? It's celebration. When people come to New Orleans, they're usually celebrating something. Right. And that's what we're here to help you do, is to help you celebrate whatever you're celebrating when you come to stay.
Yes. Well, that's such a huge part of it. And for y'all to really embrace that makes the celebration even more special.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I can tell you that I am loving my stay here, and I appreciate having you with us today and taking the time to tell us more, because it's always fun to get the inside scoop of that. And I just know that New Orleans is considered to be one of the most romantic cities in the world.
Yes.
And here at the Roosevelt, you're sure to discover timeless romance and also luxe escape. And you're all right here in the heart of New Orleans.
Just steps away from the French Quarter. That's what we always say.
Steps away from the French Quarter. So it couldn't be more perfect.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, we like to be that place for people to come and have those special moments and in a timeless place.
Yes. Well, I think y'all have nailed it, and I am sure enjoying my time here, and I will have to just tell everyone I give this my huge seal of approval. I can't tell you cannot go wrong here, and you will love it just as I have. So thank you so much, Les. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us here on Big Blend Radio's Travel with Terri podcast.
Hope I've informed and inspired you to travel.
Don't forget, visit travelwithterri.com and bigblendradio.com.